Good day, everybody. Welcome to Shoe Cobbles A. Insert build here. Um, this week, um, well, we've got four builds that I wanted to do for free-to-play accounts right up front. Build number one was a Dwarven Barbarian two-handed fighter. Build number two is a Drow Rogue Mechanic. Build number three is going to be a Human Cleric Radiant Servant. And build number four that I have planned is a Drow Wizard Archmage. Now, sorry about the coughing. I had thought about this, and I was going to do one build at a time from 1 to 20. I decided that would be really boring for some people, and it would be better to rotate through all four builds 1 week at a time. So this week, hey Emref, this week, coughing. Just a second. So this week, week number 2, we're going to do the Drow Rogue Mechanic build. Again, I didn't have a lot of time ahead of time to start putting a build together. And I haven't played a mechanic build since the Rogue Pass, the Rogue Overhaul Pass, so I'm not quite sure entirely where they stand at the moment. Hey, I just got a notification. It says DDO stream is online. Cool. But the goals for the build is that it should be fun to play and viable to level 20. It should be a first life build. You'll need to unlock Drow with Favor. It's a free-to-play build, and I've got a quest list for it. Which is right there. That's our free-to-play quest list. Those are all our free-to-play quests from 1 to 28. The template needs to be updated a little bit. There are a couple quests that are missing that have been added since this template was done. But this is a good starting point. It's got all the level 1 through 6 or 7 stuff that we need for right now. There will be a forum post or DDO forums thread for this build. That is linked right below here. Nope, I haven't forgotten to change the title of the show. You might need to refresh your screen though. It shows up as Shoe Cobbles a Drow Rogue Mechanic for me. Lots of emails came through. All right. So I got on the forums here. I don't know if I've set it up as a subscribe link yet for DDO stream or not. Not yet. So if I check on Shoemaker here. Post by Shoemaker. I should watch that one. Although I think I already am. This will be the thread for that. Chu Cobbles a Dwarven Barbarian. Thread Tools, subscribe. Thread Tools, I'm already on that one. Thread Tools, subscribe. Good morning. Add subscription. I need some cough to deal with my cough. Some coffee to deal with my coughing. I'll have to go get some in a little bit. Alright, so what am I going to build? Oh, let's get into the game client. And we're going to create a new account, a new character. We are going to make a specialist, rogue, customize, drow elf. That's the first 4 tabs right there. Now we go to look. Now, for a rogue, especially a mechanic rogue, I should specify that. For a mechanic rogue, most important stat is intelligence. So we're going to max that out. I'm going to have to make my Twitch chat go away while I do this so that you can see what's going on here. So I got maxed out intelligence of 20. That leaves me 12 points left. You want to have as much con as you can put in, which gets you up to 14. That leaves you 2 points left over. So something we need to look at is all of your skills, for the most part, are intelligence-based. There are a couple that are otherwise. I believe there's one that's Dex and one that's Wisdom, but I can't remember which is which. So let's pull that up real quick. Let's go to the skills page here. So we're going to sort these based on ability score. So dexterity is going to be hide and move silently and open lock and tumble. And wisdom are going to be listen and spot. Spot is very important for First Life new builds because they don't know where the traps are yet. However, open lock is important as well. Hide and move silently. Well, hide is going to be kind of important. So I'm actually going to go with dexterity for hide, move silently, open lock, and tumble. Because 4 skills outweighs that 1. And I can always, spend a little bit more in gear towards spot. So let's bring the game back up here. And I'm going to put those 2 into Dex to give us a little bit more there. Hit next. As a rogue, you get 8 skill points up front Now, you also get, so it's 8 skill points plus your intelligence modifier times 4. So you get a lot of skill points for level 1 as a rogue. We've got 52 of them to spend. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go down and we're going to pick up max out UMD, max out tumble, spot, search, open lock, hide, disable, and balance. That leaves us 20 skill points left over. Bluff is useful as a rogue to get sneak attack. It's more so used for melee style, and we're going to be ranged. You also get a little bit less threat generation, so bluff is decent. We're going to put a couple into jump and a couple into listen. That leaves 12. Move silently leaves us 8. Swim is a good one. We don't need spellcraft. We don't really need perform. We don't need heal. Well, heal is kind of useful in a way, but its uses are negligible. So we get 4 left. We got to decide if we want to put it in bluff. Yeah, bluff is a good place to put it. Bluff is always good. It's good for pulling an enemy. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna jump into balance, bluff, disable device, hide, jump, listen, move silently, open lock, search, spot, swim, tumble, and use magic device. We're going to have to pick a feat. Your first feat as an intelligence-based rogue is to pick up insightful reflexes. What that does is it uses your intelligence modifier. Now, we'll get to gear in a little bit. It uses your intelligence modifier for reflex saves instead of dexterity. And since we're not putting a lot into dexterity and reflex is really important, and we're going to be maxing out intelligence, that's the first thing that you want to get. You don't want to die in traps. It's really bad when you die in the trap. It makes it really hard to complete stuff. That's an overview of what we got. So we're going to do some shuffling here. When you work on a character, the best way to do it, I've found, or at least for me, is to do it from behind. Make her look the way that you want her to look. Let's see here, hairstyle. This is going to be the view that you're looking at when you're playing, so make it look the way that you like. Black hair. Be a little bit more drowy. And that's it, right? Now we'll go around and we'll look at the front too. So we're going to lock this. Lock the hairstyle and color. Kind of randomize the rest a little bit. Facial detail, we'll lock that. I don't like facial detail that much. That looks good. So we're going to name this one Shoe Traps. Cobbled by Shoemaker. We're going to pick an alignment. We have a complete scope of alignments here, from lawful good to chaotic neutral. Evil is not allowed in this game yet, unfortunately, despite being requested multiple times. So I'm going to go with true neutral. I like true neutral. And we're going to create. And here we go. We now have a level 1 shoe trap cobbled by Shoemaker. Let's step in here. I can bring up Twitch chat again, I guess. Get our roll out of the way. I rolled a 9. Oh well. Let's go into our preferences. Configure some things real quick. When you're any kind of ranged character, you always want to make sure that your object draw distance is ultra high, even if everything else is low or turned off. Show cooldowns. Network display, don't show hints. Vitals bar percentage, I like that. I like showing percentages for the vitals bar for me. I like the pets. I like my icons to the right, not the left. I think that's good for now. Shuffle some stuff around here. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be a good start. Drag the end bar down here. Turn number 1. Switch that to that. Drag these out here. First part of building a character for me is always setting up my hotbars the way that I want them. I ain't done dead yet. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Drag that back up over here. That goes down here. This goes down over here. Like that. This goes down over here. This goes down here like this. Alrighty. Let's go talk to Jeets. I'm going to run through Korthos. Got some tools here. I want to make sure I know where those are. I've got search, open lock, bluff, sneak. I don't bother with that, or that, or that. Yeah, I could. Except that doesn't always work. I do know that. That's actually how you can import aliases that have colors and other special things into your UI. That way you can type in color if you wanted to. Light crossbow and some bolts. Sounds good to me.
As you take hold of the weapon, feeling its balance, you can't help but notice this cheats has more he wants to say.
I'm actually going to pick up the copper in the starter potions. Yeah. How are you today, Bonnie? After. Ooh, 100 bolts. I might need that. Alright, so I got some starter potions here I can put on my hotbar. Some spare bolts. Happy Sunday indeed. Bew bew. Ow. Alrighty. Alright, let's go.
Her spell temporarily prevents you from dying, though you can still suffer injuries. This effect will wear off when you leave these caves.
Hello, everyone. This shoe's more popular than my DDO Wiki talk, apparently.
You hear the shuffling and wheezing of some creature coming from the corridor ahead.
Drag this up here real quick.
At the rear of this corridor, most likely controls the gate where the cleric, Selimus, is waiting.
Good afternoon, Lyrical. I'm glad they fixed it so you can jump while in sneak mode. One of the things I want to put up there from feats is I want to put my auto attack up there. This build will be posted on that link at the bottom of the screen. Hey, he PK'd at level 1. What's up with that? There's a key down there. Hey, Gib. Let's go swimming.
You grab the silver key.
Spacebar to surface.
Surface.
They are. That's what Jeet said. Oh, you can't hear the in-game audio. Here. Can you hear the in-game audio now? Missing out all the good stuff.
You two having fun? It's time for us to go.
It's time for us to
The
go.
High Priestess should be up ahead. The onus for much suffering rests squarely upon her slimy, webbed hands. There she is, performing some kind of profane blood magic.
You'll notice that it uses a dex mod at level 1. Something we're going to correct quite quickly once we get out of the grotto here and run a quest. Our first enhancement point is going to be in the mechanic tree so that we can get into hit.
You boys report. I must cleanse the profane energies around the shrine.
Let Selimus do her thing. You and I'll take care of the important stuff. The treasure. My rogue senses are tingling. There's something.
You'll also note as a mechanic, as a rogue, at any range tune, that when you use search, it automatically disables your attack.
Go on, open it.
I'm not sure why it does that, but it's really annoying. You have to make sure to turn that back on every time.
The way out is up ahead. But
I'm,
first, I want to
I'll
reward
have
you
to
for
talk to
your
the developers
assistance.
about that, figure out what the
Please,
reasoning
come
for that
speak with
is, and if it can be changed. Ember repeating light crossbow. That sounds nice to me.
Stepping out of the grotto, you find yourself in Korthos village. The Sahuagin have threatened this place for generations. Judging from how it looks now, the Sahuagin are winning. However, some hopeful souls still hold out for help to arrive.
Run through, pick up some quests. Oh, really? I will bring that up too. Would I take this build to level 30? If it wasn't free to play, I would. But it's a free to play, so it's going to be really difficult to do. Only thing I really need here is a mechanic. Your range, sneak attack, and point blank shot range increases by 5 meters, so that doesn't quite give you into hit. I know you get it at some point, I just don't remember where. Ah. Rogue level 6. That's for damage though. I remember there being an int to hit somewhere. I don't know where though. I'll have to look into that. But let's get our great crossbow proficiency first. Alright, so we got that stuff. Move this over. Check the LFM panel. See if anybody's on Snowy side. High content I don't own. Smuggler's Warehouse. That's not Snowy side. Put up an LFM, see if we can get some people. Actually, well, let's see here. Yeah, I guess they're the same. Difficulty-wise. And I don't have enough platinum to pick up a hire yet. I've only got 9 gold pieces. I don't think that's enough to pick up a cleric. Oh, apparently it is. They only cost 5. Pick up one of those. Put that on my Healy bar. Stick that up there. Stick that up there. Stick that up there. Would you recommend using a min level 1 Vorpal weapon, or doesn't that work with crossbows? I've never seen a min level 1 Vorpal weapon. But if it's Vorpal, it should work. If it's something that has a head and needs it, that you're attacking. You could very well have a Vorpal weapon and attack something that doesn't need a head. Or doesn't have a head at all, like an ooze. Hey, cool. Welcome. I just stepped into Hayton Family Crypt. Let me share it with you.
And unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of. And by the passage leading in, a grim-faced man glares at you. Strange. Sarcophagi line the walls, but they're broken. You notice something strange about you found some kind of secret door in the wall. Once you open it, you can reach whatever's behind it. There's something off a chest. It's out in the open, and the trap here is set to spray acid onto. You've disconnected the trap's firing.
I'm actually going to do the trap box on both sides.
The chest is safe to approach now.
New random loot stuff is really nice. We can split up if you like. Alright, so I do have hands-free voice on. They can't hear me. You think it's a little overpowered? I might agree with you on some of it.
What a treasure chest glimmers in the dark passage here.
Oh yeah, I forgot to get my higher. Man, I don't need it on normal.
There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some kind of ritual.
Come, dead son of Porthos, rise and do my bidding.
The Sahuagin where you... A magical crest appears from the destroyed altar. If you take it with you, it may be useful later. You continue to hear cultists
Apparently they
about
picked
their
up the
evil
crest.
work from further inside the crypt. As you slay these foul cultists, take care to keep your own health up. There's another Sahuagin. It croaks.
Cragwolf Hayton, in life you served the light.
In the middle of this chamber is an evil devourer altar. By it, a Sahuagin rumbles.
For generations,
Sahuagin's plan must have been to use these devourer altars to animate every body in this crypt. But by your hand, you can destroy the altar and prevent that from happening.
No wings, so they're not a TR. They're first lifer.
A magical barrier blocks the way, and behind it, another Sahuagin performs You fit the last crest in place, and the magic shield dissipates. The Sahuagin inside spits out in a venomous voice.
these fools who would keep Porthos shall be consumed by the Devourer.
Your action saved Porthos and brought the Sahuagin's fell scheme
Hey,
to
Titan.
naught. The treasure chest in the antechamber is now yours. Some of the warriors tried to stem the Sahuagin tide, but their courage led to naught but grievous injuries. Porthos needs someone with more than just guts.
Stepping into the storehouse secret here.
Dust and mold fill this ill-maintained storehouse. You can hear the telltale skittering of vermin nearby. The door's lock is beyond hope of picking. Hopefully the key is still somewhere in
Not
the
proficient with
storehouse.
repeaters yet, but out of ammo. That's not good. Don't know where my bolts went.
This appears to be the main storeroom. It seems the villagers have been preparing for a protracted siege. A large silver key falls out of the crate.
Arrows and bolts are good. It's always a struggle to deal with the arrows and bolts at low levels. Once you get up there a little bit, though, it's not as big of a
appears
deal.
that the floor in this room can be moved and rotated.
I know a couple that even take a level of Artificer just to be able to conjure bolts.
The protective spell dissipates. All that remains now is to take and deliver the scroll.
That's a lousy will save. I do have a good reflex, though. I could probably use the hit points over the reflex. So let's sell off our junk real quick. Impulsive heavy wooden shield of wizardry. Not bad. For level 1. Huh.
Ahead is the cellar where the Canith crystal is hidden. You can feel the life-saving heat emanating from the magic crystal Boldar spoke of. But from the shadows approach those who would doom Korthos by destroying it.
Hey, Daniela.
You are the last cultist, thus protecting the Canith crystal and saving Korthos.
And off to the collaborator.
It is on the people's lips as you walk by. Cautious looks have become friendly nods. Then word comes that your presence is requested in the tavern.
I don't know why it says I have Harper available. Pretty sure I don't. Kind of wish I did, but be alright. We're just not going to use it.
Your waiting bears fruit. This must be the collaborator stepping in from the dark.
Ah, that's what it is.
Your stalwart defense gives the Sahagin pause, but you hear more of them gathering outside for a final assault. You notice a small
I'm gonna AFK a minute and leave my microphone on. I gotta go to the refrigerator. And I wonder who this lyrical person is. Welcome. Welcome.
You have weathered the Southwargan storm.
We are in the
Now,
collaborator at
after
the
that
moment.
Traitorous Jacoby Drexel. He must have fled.
I'm starving. Throw a couple burritos on a plate in the microwave.
I am not flagged for it yet.
Right?
Drexelhand isn't here. However, webbed footprints on the ground. The chamber beyond the secret passage looks ancient, predating Korthos village.
I don't know, she was sitting in the dark last night. What's up with that?
I fixed that.
Kinda. Kinda fixed it.
There. That Weasley Drexelhand has nowhere left to run. Finish the job.
Hey, Byron. Welcome to the party, Byron.
He's the best.
Your victories have made the village much safer, but only temporarily. It's time to take the fight to the Sahuagin, out in the wilds of Korthos Island. Coming from deep in the crypt, you hear the strange and unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of. And by the passage leading in, a grim-faced man strange. Sarcophagi line the wall. You notice something strange about the wall to the west. You found some kind of secret door in the wall. Once you open it, you can reach whatever's behind it. A chest. It's out in the open and unprotected. The trap here is set to spray acid onto whoever. You've disconnected the trap's firing mechanism. The chest is safe to approach now. In the middle of this chamber is an evil devourer altar. By it, a Sahuagin rumbles. For generations, the human Hatans have forestalled us. And brought the Sahuagin's fell scheme to naught. The treasure chest in the antechamber is now yours.
Dust and mold fill this ill-maintained storehouse. You can hear the telltale skittering of vermin nearby. This appears to be the main storeroom. It seems the villagers have been preparing for a protracted siege. A large silver key falls out of the crate. A Sahuagin emerges from a hidden passage, demanding the key. You mustn't let the scrolls fall into devourer hands. The door swings open, revealing a magical sphere. It appears that the floor in this room can be moved and rotated. The protective spell dissipates. All that remains now is to take and deliver the scroll. Ahead is the cellar where the Canith crystal is hidden. You can feel the life-saving heat emanating from the magic crystal Boldar spoke of. But from the shadows approach those who would doom Korthos by destroying it. protecting the Caneth Crystal and saving Korthos. Your waiting bears fruit. This must be the collaborator stepping in from the dark. Your stalwart defense gives the Sahagin pause, but you hear more of them gathering outside for a final assault. You notice a small chest hidden behind the bar. You have weathered the Southwargan storm. Now, after that traitorous Jacoby Drexelhand, he must have fled into the cellar. The chamber beyond the secret Drexelhand isn't here. However, webbed footprints on the ground betray the location of a secret passage. Backtracking them may reveal the way to open that passage. Sahuagin turned this tree into a site for sacrifices to
Alright, there we go. Couldn't hear me. And that gives me level 2. I had my headset muted until just a second ago. Because of my sniffles and my coughs. A quiet group on the chat room. Let's see here. Rogue Trainer. Yep, I'm gonna do it right now. It'll take me a second or 3. What I need to do is make me a little gizmo that will put a big warning on my screen when the microphone is muted.
Steam billows from the hidden entrance to an underground complex.
Suspiciously, huh?
The air grows damp and fetid as the ancient tunnel descends. You hear a gate ratcheting open somewhere behind you. You hear a gate ratcheting open somewhere behind you. The tunnel splits here. Which way to the giantish device?
The
11
sound of
search
distant
might be enough to find the trap.
warns you that you are not alone here. If you're careful, you may be able to take the sleeping guards by surprise.
You hear ratcheting machines. Something in the chamber below you has activated. the Hagen guard collapses to the floor. But what are they guarding?
Every able body who is not me on Canis should go do Legendary Hawks with Hailstone 101. Really, Bonnie?
The extravagant
Legendary
gauntlet
Hawks,
room
huh?
looks capable of truly ear-shattering noise.
Woohoo! Perception bonus.
With the gong's reverberations, you hear a slight rumble from the larger room. But then, it's the second strike of the gong produces the telltale sound of cracking ice. You spot a rusty hatch submerged in the putrid water.
That might not be bad to have, I guess, at low levels. Cold resistance impulse ring.
The temperature plunges as you ford ahead. The giantish device must be here.
Not proficient. Means I'm probably gonna miss. Somebody say trap?
Ahead is the giantish device. The freezing mists it is spewing are directed the wrong way. With the right timing, you can get close enough to redirect them. The mist solidifies a layer forms over the ancient creature, guaranteeing its slumber. Korthos is safe for now.
I'm gonna have to take the higher end resit before I finish, or it won't come back alive. complete lag failure, huh?
Steam billows from the hidden entrance to an underground complex.
Legendary? That's gonna be a thing, isn't it? Where do I want to put my next points? Take my next sharpshooter.
A manual circuit leads to an old abandoned Cannith manufactory.
Chilly in here. I have a drafty door right directly across from me over there. Need a bigger robe or something.
You enter one of the laboratories where decades ago House Cannith first imbued. The doorway ahead has been boarded up. Oddly, the work looks very recent.
Oopsie.
As you twist the second valve closed, the hissing
I rolled a 2 and it was a crit failure. Oh well. Apparently I need to get some disabled gear.
A magical barrier humming with compressed energy resolutely blocks your path. You hope you can find a way to disable it.
One of the cool things about being a rogue is the ability to get things like this. You knock me down. I agree, Byron. Finally, some treasure. Lyrical has an Olaf. Does he like warm hugs? Does Olaf like warm hugs?
Icy jets of some alchemical compound coat these humming Canid power crystals in a hard protected layer. You also notice several valves of various sizes spread around the room. Without the alchemical jets coating the Canid power crystals, you can now easily destroy them. As the last crystal shatters, the hum of power slowly fades into a heavy silence.
Okie dokie.
Who in the flame are you? Oh no, the Sawagan found me.
Suddenly the air shimmers with devourer magic. The Sahagin have followed you in and are attacking. Taking you in your hands now.
They wouldn't have sent so few after me. Stay alert. Watch for more attacks. Fucking scum! Keep coming! I won't die that easily.
Woohoo! Swaggin Exterminator 1.
They won't stop until you're dead. actually get through this. Just hold for a little longer. The Swahagan magic is gone. We beat them off. This time.
Aiden looks weary after surviving this latest attack. Perhaps you should talk to him again.
Tell Ursa to hold the barricade just a little longer. Then meet Amalgam at the base of Misery's Peak when you're ready.
With Hayden to help, the people of Korthos might finally win their struggle. A mangled sewer grate leads to an old abandoned Cannith manufactory.
Only 3k to level 3. I might actually do level 3 and most of 4 today. I got over an hour left on my stream. Tumble's a good thing to have. It reduces the amount of damage you take from falling. Another method of reducing damage from falling that you can use is when you're falling, hug the wall. And you'll actually take less damage. Woohoo! +1 curse spewing combustion.
The different rooms are slightly obscured by the falling water. You enter a musty hall, heavy with silence and the weight of dark stone. All of a sudden, the sense of rot and decay assail your nostrils. Something in the corner, you see the glint of metal as the secret door slides open. You see a magical cell across the chamber. Could it be a rose?
Oh no! Lyrical's incapacitated. Get up! Now! Laying on the ground, bleeding out.
It cannot be. Jacoby Drexelhand stands before you, not alive, but not quite dead. He cackles as he swears vengeance upon you. Drexelhand spits a curse and swears to return again before collapsing in a heap of bones. You take the cell key from his remains.
Woohoo! UMD gloves. I've actually got an action point to spend. I'm gonna go spend that before we do the next one.
The decrepit catacombs are slightly obscured by the falling water.
Skill boost, that's where I need to be. I got 2 points. Skill boost, it's very important. Grab my feather cloak.
Your fire transformed the village. It seems as if all of Korthos were holding out for news of your next great victory with bated breath.
Now next week is a couple days right after Christmas. I am planning on being here to stream, and I'm planning on starting a human cleric radiant servant. If for some reason I am unable to make it due to weather or being unable to get back in time from family out of state, then that will be postponed until the week after, and I will still be doing the human cleric radiant servant.
A scraggly dwarf sits on a log, trying in vain This entrance leads down into an ancient Cannith aqueduct.
Scraggly dwarf. Ah, yes. He's a good dwarf. Yep. What do you mean, how am I not lagging to death? I'm not on Thalanus. One of the reasons that I picked Orion is because that it's a relatively unpopulated server. Not a really big list there. Sounds like Operator Titan.
Resilient spider webs block your path. They don't look capable of withstanding blows from your weapon, though.
Except they do withstand blows from my weapon. So I have to put my weapon away to break them with my hands. No one else can either. Why do you always pick up me, shoe?
The cells in this room
You're good
hold
for
a
it.
number of desperate Porthos villagers.
now everybody in Twitch land knows.
Hi. You didn't hear anything.
Kids. Kitties too. No. Definitely. I need a heal. Heal minor cough. Cure sniffles.
You have breached the Devourer's sanctum. From ahead, you hear a woman's plaintive cry for help.
So bleed stacks up to 3 times. I had thought it did like some slow too, but apparently not.
The evil culprit will spill innocent blood no more.
I also don't see bleed damage showing up in my combat log. I'm not sure it's actually doing anything except applying a graphical effect at this point.
The last imprisoned villager grasps your outstretched hand, rising and running for freedom.
That's level 3.
Feast on the innocent tonight, not on yours.
So let's go run Misery's Peak, unless you want to take level. I did.
Let's level first and then back out.
Okay. Try relogging Titan. My little puppy dog. Can you say hi, puppy dog? Do I have to? No. Plop. She loves jumping up in my lap, getting in the middle of my face.
Cute kitty.
Alright. 13 skill points. Balance, bluff, disable, hide. Jump, listen, move silently, open lock, search, spot, swim, tumble, use magic device. Next. Level 3, I get a feat. I'm going to be a crossbow user. So I'm going to want point blank shot. It is a puppy cat. She's pushing 22 pounds. My little fatso. She does remind me of a turkey, now that you mention it. Alright, Misery's Peak, here we go. Auto run. Take a break. See where auto run will take me. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. 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 You be a good boy first. That's what she said. Two more edits to 100, huh, Titan? You gonna have a party? I want cake. 100 edit party. Titan's buying us all cake.
That's fantastic.
A bone breeze emanates from the mouth of Misery's Peak.
I'm at Misery's Peak. And you're standing behind me. Ah! You're gonna stalk her.
I ran out of vibrance.
You did? Yeah. I ran out of, mine too.
Uh-oh.
You're here. Come. There isn't much time. Take your time. Selimus, ready your party. I'll weaken the barrier.
We be aight.
Ready!
Good. Now to clear your path.
Hayden clears the passageway for you. Now to find this Quarry Mindsunder artifact.
snowing out. Not here. Makes me sad.
I'm glad it's not snowing here. I don't deal well with snow.
You don't like snow? What's up with that? This kind of build is a little bit slower on leveling up at first, unless you're in large parties. But it is soloable if need be. You just have to go a lot slower. Take your time. Oh noes. Lyrical has died. Okie dokie.
With the second signal crystal activated, you hear the stone door at the base of the cavern rolling open.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Well, I guess spiderweb saved me from falling off the edge. Give me the loots. Loots and shrine. So yeah, next week I'll have to pick a different server. Because you're limited to 2 characters per server, and this will be character 2 on Orion.
It is a truly awesome.
I'm gonna put up a poll on the forums this week, I think. Which server should Shu put the other 2 characters on?
The door at the rear of the cavern pops open. Cultists attracted by the roar of combat rush out to confront you.
Kenneth. I should put it on Kenneth? Suppose I could. I could do Argo. Although Kenneth really is the, you know, the better server, you know. It's the awesomest server ever. Legendary Hawks with you? No, Selenis is for Gimps, I heard. You only play on Thelanis if you like lag. That's the story I heard. Pro Kenneth. Poor Kenneth? I know. Kenneth is pretty poor. It is my home server though, so you know. Supremacy, Templar, Shoemaker. Yeah, it probably won't be, you know, Kyber. Kyber's just too hard of a server. Too many elitists there, you know. Oh sure, the week that Shu has finals and he's not on the server, it's good for getting raids. I see how it is. I think Titan should move to Kenneth. Hang out with all the cool kids. Hey, my friend Dennis is coming over. I just got a text message. No, you're right. Hanging out on the server with the cool people wouldn't make you cool. Being cool would make you cool. Are you cool? Does Dennis play? No, not very much. He did get a starter pack for his birthday the other day, though. He hasn't played since he's gotten that yet, though. So, I don't know. He's too busy chasing girls on Facebook, so... That's what 19-year-olds do, I guess, nowadays. Playing with Darkhat in the harbor? Why would anybody play with Darkhat in the harbor?
The ground quavers, and you look down to see a tunnel beneath the ice. The dragon roars as it thunders.
Doesn't Darkhat troll himself in Kenneth Trade?
The ruse is working.
I mean, really. Hey, there's a dragon underneath me. There she goes, just a walking through the ice, singing doo a dee 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 doo dee dee doo. Uh-oh, Lyrical's gonna die. If I don't get up there quick. It's only 5:30, kitty. They don't get fed till 7. You're on a diet, remember?
I did it again.
I see that.
And my kitties are always meowing about an hour early for food. Or 2.
My kitty's meowing like 24 hours early. She's 24/7 meowing for food.
A signal crystal glows with power as you engage the first control lever. But where is the second?
That's why I call her my little fatso. And this is the benefit of turning your object draw distance way up. I'm literally killing stuff from the other side of the map.
AFK a minute while I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
And there's that room cleared. So if you're slow and cautious and have your job distance way up, you can pretty much clear a room. I only missed one, it looks like, without taking any damage from the other side of the map. Hey,
Feel
0 deaths.
frozen
Awesome.
air gust in from the newly opened door below.
bowling. Red Robin, yum. I haven't been called a meanie poopy head yet today. Well, except by the cat, but I don't know if that counts. He hit me for 0 damage. Moral of the story: bards break more things than rogues do. I haven't seen Gordy or Moosey in a long time. Ooh, 4 stacks. 5 stacks. Now normally on my barbarian, I just go plowing through, bring everything to the top and cleave it to death. But thinking this should be handled a little bit more tactfully. I don't believe I have seen any clickies yet. But I don't believe it's something that's in the system yet either. I'm under the impression they wanted to get the static effects and the scaling effects working first before they added clickies. Yay, we made it.
Waves of psychic
Perfect
energy
timing, too.
pound into you as you spot a green crystal on the ledge ahead. At last, this must be the quarry.
I'm gonna call it a stream after this one. I'm just gonna take levels. Oh, I already took level 3. Okay. Yeah, call it a stream after this one.
The Mind Flayer and Dragon are locked in a contest of wills. This could be your chance to destroy the Mind Sunder.
So ranged weapons can't hit the Mind Sunder, huh? Interesting.
I forget.
The Mind Flayer
That's a
shrieks
bug
as it
apparently
loses the
that I
Mind
wasn't
Sunder's
aware of,
power.
that I'll have to
The
submit.
dragon reasserts its will and looks very
Warlock,
annoyed.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
No. But Maddie was having the same problem the other night. He was a ranger in his life.
Here, take this portal, so you won't have to walk back.
And like magic, the snows stopped. Savior of Korthos! They cheer as you return. But destiny has greater plans for you.
For a
than
necklace,
just
I think
this
I'm going to
small
take...
village.
Maybe the arcane necklace? I'm guessing that she slashed death to get out. Troubleshooter's necklace, I guess, is fine. Head to the market. What do I get for action points? 1. Guess I can spend that real quick. It's going to be an easy one. It's going to pick up the last skill boost. And I'm going to call that a stream. Wave bye-bye, everybody. And yes, it's festival time. I'll be turning in some cookies next week, probably. Or over the course of the week. I just went to the harbor and it killed me. Everybody have a great week. I'll see you again on Tuesday, probably, for DDO Wiki Talk. I'll do a side-by-side wave. There we go. Bye-bye.